All right, welcome to the Movement Boxing Podcast, another episode where we bring you the latest and greatest in boxing news, the latest updates, unbiased, unfiltered, uncut, raw, keeping it underground, away from the mainstream. Joined by our full panel today, man. We're going to start off with Big Cool. How's it going, man?
What's happy to be back on? Big Cool CBT.
From Colossal Boxing Talk. You got 2K, the prodigy of boxing. What's going on with you, man?
What's good, man? You know what I'm saying? Over there hearing Big Cool drooling and shit all over the microphone because that nigga got that new snack cake that just came out last week.
Hell yeah, cuz. I'll be smacking throughout the show.
What's going on, Bernard from the Truth and Facts About Boxing? What's going on, man?
What's good, fam? You know, Detective B just checking in, you know, about to break down these boxing events and news and stories and shit.
All right, and we'll be joined shortly by his co-host on the show, The Truth and Facts About Boxing, Bo.
Detective B. Yeah. I need you to find somebody, by the way, bro. Where the fuck where's Willie Nelson? Where you at?
Man, I don't know, fam. I don't know, man. I mean, do you know? I mean, you got any info, man? Call the number, man.
Heard he gonna be a rapper now, man. Heard he gonna be a rapper.
I got a question, though. I got to propose to 2K. What type of snacks do you eat when you watching a good match, a good boxing match? I need to know, man, because I want to when I'm out on those stakeouts and shit. Just let me know, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know. You know,
I can't give out my secret.
What you got?
You know what I'm saying?
It start with an E. It start with an E and end with an S.
Fuck you, nigga. I got a reputation to keep. You know what I'm saying? So if I tell niggas what I do, call me, dog. They see me as the big nigga around here. You know what
I'm saying? Y'all ready to go, fellas?
I tried.
That nigga Bernard tired of eating Cuban paninis that Bowie making.
We ready?
Well, we're going to start off with a review of a couple of this week's fights, championship fights from the previous weekend. Starting off with Jezreel Corrales, who was actually stripped of his title, the WBA belt, 130 belt, prior to the fight because he missed weight by 3 pounds. He took on Alberto Machado, trained by Freddie Roach, in the main event on HBO on Saturday night. And Machado shockingly knocked out Corrales in the fight with a right hand, I believe, a short right hook. I'm not sure. I think I might have been the only one to watch the fight live. I'm not sure. Anybody else? Fellas?
Yeah, you was the only one to see it.
Okay, so I guess I'll give it a breakdown of what happened in the fight. Corrales was actually winning majority of the fight. He was the more aggressive. I guess his athleticism kind of stifled Machado. Machado's kind of choppy. Like he wasn't, he didn't have the best footwork, as far as cutting off the ring. He just followed Corrales around. And, Corrales, with using his legs, was able to, keep him off for the most part. And, spring into a shot and land some powerful stuff on him. He knocked him down, actually, in the fight as well, prior to being knocked out. So, I mean, he was up on all 3 cards from what we saw in the aftermath. But, his aggressiveness and, I guess, his technical flaws and keeping his, not having the best defense. The way he pulls out of his punches and stuff sometimes left him open a lot of the time. And it was only a matter of time before Machado got his timing down and was able to hit him. So he actually got to him, finally got to him, and was able to counter him with the right when they came in. So props to Machado, WBA, WBA 130 champion, I believe. And, we'll see what's up for him next. Let me see.
I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, for the listeners out there, if y'all watched the last podcast, we told y'all to be weary of Machado and not to sleep on this fight because we've had, you know, a few guys come out of nowhere. You know, we've had Japanese fighters at the lower divisions like Dago Higa and Ken Shura come out of nowhere to become champions, right? More notably, Julius Ndongo at 140, Jezreel Corrales himself at 135. These guys came out of nowhere to become champions. We said Albert Machado can be one of those dudes. And you know what I'm saying? So don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on this fight. Just because you don't know who he is and he's only fought in America like 3 times prior to this fight doesn't mean that he can't be somebody that we just didn't know who was under the radar. And that's exactly what happened this weekend. So here goes another one, man. Another fucking spring flower that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. If anything, he just needs to work on his footwork, man. You know, he just follows guys around in choppy steps. You know, like there's nothing real to his footwork as far as cutting off the ring or doing anything effective, you know, to where he could put himself in better offensive positions. So, I mean, that's what I would say work on. But he's definitely got the big body, long reach, not the fastest, but, you know, his timing makes up for it, you know. So we'll look forward to see what he does next. We're not going to do a breakdown of the other fights. We're just going to go over the winners, really. We had Ryan Burnett beating Zhanat Zhakiyanov, GZ Top.
GZ Top!
The unified WBA
in that fight. Damn.
Yeah, I think we all lost that one. We all picked ZZ, I think.
Hell yeah.
We all picked ZZ to knock Burnett out.
Yeah, we all picked
round.
Cool. Shout out to Willie the Kid.
So yeah.
We also had Cecilia Braekhus taking on Mikaela Lauren in their second time fighting. I believe she knocked her out in the 6th or 7th round. So shout out to Cecilia Braekhus. Bo, you missed out on your opportunity to say anything to her, you know.
Bo. Shit.
Bo. That's
Bo
big
ain't got
girl.
nothing to say. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, little bro. That's me right there.
Yeah, I got Amanda Serrano.
Bo fuck around, get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Facts.
All right. We had another rematch happen over the weekend on Sunday. Hassan N'Dam taking on Ryoto Murata in their middleweight regular WBA title match in Japan. Murata, I actually picked this on the show last week, a stoppage, and you know what? I was right. He was the first one to stop N'Dam in the 7th round. The corner stopped the fight. I'm not sure. I might have been the only one to be able to watch this one. It was on early in the morning.
No, I watched it.
Okay. What did you think of the rematch? Cool.
Murata was definitely more aggressive. Definitely powerful guy. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they go. I think he's more powerful to the body than with his right hand, but it's hard to really tell because N'Dam gets shaken up by the slightest of punches. So, you know, he's always been rocked and dropped. So it's kind of really hard to gauge Murata's power. But, I mean, he's a solid fighter. I'm not overly impressed. I like to see him, you know, continue to step up his competition. You know, I know it's been, you know, rumors or whatever saying that, you know, he could face Andrade or Andrade looking to face him. So that'll be a good fight. But in terms of this fight, he worked the body very well. You know what I'm saying? He pushed N'Dam back from the beginning of the fight. He made N'Dam use, you know, more energy than I'm pretty sure N'Dam would have liked to use in the first half of the fight. Although N'Dam was getting with combinations and splitting his guard with the uppercut. You know, Murata was just a better guy, you know. N'Dam has been in some wars, you know, to fight back with Quillen when he was, knocked down like 100 times. So eventually, you know, all that wear and tear on his body was going to catch up with him. And Murata did what he was supposed to do. He didn't leave it in the judge's hands. You know, and he got the victory. First guy to to stop N'Dam, which is a good feat because dude is a tough guy, and David Lemieux couldn't stop him. Quillen couldn't stop him. And we know these guys can punch, so props to him for getting a big victory and being the first guy to stop N'Dam.
Yep.
Yeah. I was definitely impressed. He was throwing a left hook to the body as well to end down. That was pretty like you could actually hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I mean you can tell he took a lot of the cells out of N'Dam early, as Big Cool said. He's definitely not the most technically sound guy, you know what I'm saying? He's kind of robotic.
Mm-hmm.
He fights.
He's not as swift of foot as some of the other Japanese fighters we see out there right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was gonna say he's the typical Japanese fighter. I mean, even Naoya Inoue at some point, you know, before he's who he is today, was a bit robotic, and that was my knock on him early in his career. That's why back then I had Roman Gonzalez beating him if they fought at 112. I'm sorry, 108. So. But if you look at a lot of Japanese fighters, they're typically robotic. You know what I'm saying? They're typically upright. They typically only know how to box from the outside. They have absolutely no inside game, and they're not really fleet-footed. They're not slick. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they end up having to learn, and especially the bigger Japanese guys, is you don't see too many Japanese fighters above 140. You know what I'm saying? And when you do, I forgot the other guy's name. It was another Japanese cat. What's the cat that knocked out James Kirkland at one?
Nashiro Ishida or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Nobuhiro.
Yeah.
Ishida, yes. He's another one. Very robotic, upright. You know, really only fought from the outside. They're definitely like that when they're at the bigger weight classes. So, to me, in my opinion, he's typical. And you're right, though. He's going to have to learn a lot more than what he knows now if he wants to get on that upper level. He's already there. I think he's the WBA champion now, right? Regular champion?
Regular champion.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's already on that level to where at this point in time, we expect him to fight the contenders and the best in the division. So his learning curve is going to need to speed the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, might need to seek some training here in the States, possibly. You know, instead of staying in Japan. You never know.
Yep.
But yeah,
he used that jab more too, though.
Yeah. He keeps a pretty high guard. You know, that's one thing that probably keeps him from jabbing a lot, or keeps him from having an effective jab. Is that usually when we see guys with the with the earmuff guard, so that they usually don't have the best jab.
Yeah, like Abraham them, yeah. So
all right, we had another fight happen on over the weekend. Murat Gassiev taking on Check. Knocked him out in, I believe, the third round.
What the fuck? Somebody farted or some shit? What the hell?
Somebody burped, man. Was that you, nigga?
It wasn't me, cuz. No, it wasn't me, cool, cuz.
I thought you just finished that snack cake, nigga.
Nah, man. I put y'all on mute for that, man.
Dude, I had my phone muted, so.
Murat Gassiev knocking out Galarchek in the third round, setting up a match between him and a semifinal match between him and Junior Cool Ranch Doritos of Cuba.
Crickets.
That was a segue for Bo to come in and say something.
That nigga ain't had his coffee yet or something.
You don't hear no UK niggas on the call. That's why he quiet.
I hope he ain't muted or nothing.
No, he got himself muted unless you got him muted. He muted though.
Oh, okay. He must have himself muted.
Oh, this nigga, man. Well, we ain't touching it. We ain't touching it once we pass the subject.
All right. Well, go on with Murat Gassiev winning. We had on the undercard of the Corrales Machado fight. We had Demetrius Andrade now officially at 160. He dropped his 154 belt after the WBA actually ordered negotiation, 90-day negotiation period between him and so I mean, what can you say about what you guys got to say about that? Well, I'll get on to it after I talk about the fight, I guess. Andrade, unanimous decision over what's his name? Alzadi
Alante Fox, something like that.
Alante Fox, yeah. Unanimous decision. I mean, he did what he had to do. You know, he tried to be as aggressive as he could against a guy that was, you know, trying to actually be, you know, kept moving. You know, once he felt something he didn't like in the first round, which is what a straight left, Andre or overhand left, and you know, he wobbled him. And from that point on, you know, he tried to stay on the outside and box him and use his height, of course, but you know, he just didn't have the technical skills to do anything. It wasn't probably impressive win from Andrade, so it probably left some criticism out there as far as what, you know, something to see in the future from him. I'm not sure how impressed they were with him. You know, it wasn't the spectacular knockout people were expecting to have a Willie Nelson was a taller fighter. You know, when he was at 154. So I guess people were expecting a performance like that from Andre, but it was actually a good performance as far as you know, he was dominant. You know, he could have did a lot more. You know, I guess he left something to desire for a lot of people. So I guess that might be the criticism out there. But you know, he's officially now at 160. And I guess he's seeking Ryoto Murata, from what I was hearing. He got 2 fights left on his HBO deal. After Saturday's performance, I'm not sure who they could put him in there against. You know, the whole top rank thing, and you know, them not being with doing anything with HBO now. I'm not sure if that affects, you know, that whole thing happening with Andre that on HBO. So we'll see what happens next.
Hey, who was Andy Lee with?
He's with Al Heyman.
I'm about to say maybe him and Andy Lee can fight. I mean,
but
yeah.
I don't see him being any big.
I mean, that's before I knew he was with Heyman, but
I don't see him big fights while on this HBO contract. At least, you know, 2 fights left. You know, possible Jacobs. I don't know. You know,
yeah, I wouldn't sleep on the Jacobs fight getting made sometime next year.
Yeah,
that's
but
a good fight.
You know, Jacobs is in line for the WBC again with Jamal Charlo. I
don't know.
But Charlo actually already won the title later, so you know, I guess he would be to face the winner of Triple G and Canelo.
Question. B.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question to y'all is, do y'all think Andrade is chasing after Jamal to get that fight?
He chasing after good looking.
I know. No. I mean, hear me out. His whole beef has been he's been trying to get the Charlos and Lara, right? For the whole time, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just recently fucked up the opportunity to go after the final chance. Now he fucked it away.
How did he fuck up to get Lara?
He didn't. He dropped the belt
because that motherfucker wasn't gonna fight him.
No, the WBA, he finally got what he wanted though. The WBA actually wanted the shit.
After he moved up though, bro.
Yeah,
it's signed with HBO. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, he moved up. It's signed with HBO.
Till after though.
Man, he was already with HBO, man.
Lara had plenty of chances to fight this motherfucker, man. Come on.
If both say it's true, then it's true on this one. In this case, nigga. Nothing else need to be said. You know that nigga.
Though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So the Andrade, if he would have signed a Showtime contract. Come on, let's not forget that.
No, Andrade signed I mean, what was he supposed to do? He been waiting on the WBA to order the fight forever. He fought Lara was talking that bullshit about I'm gonna fight Jared Hearn and I'm gonna fight Lara. Then he was talking that dumb shit about how Andrade outpriced himself when you didn't even talk to this motherfucker. And when they reached out to try to make the fight with him, he was talking some other kind of shit, man. So he moved on. I mean, what was he supposed to do? Sit there and waste his time? This dude wasn't gonna fight him, man. He moved on.
Okay. So let me
on to what we'll see. You know,
right.
But wait, I find it off funny how Lott is talking Boo Andrade now that the motherfucker had a fight at 160. Now he talking Boo Andrade. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
No, but here's my thing, though. I'm not considered about Lara right now. My main question was Jamal Charlo. You notice that it just seemed kind of weird that for me, from what I'm seeing, that I understand he said he hasn't been getting any fights at 154 for whatever reason. But let's also account, he got to take accountability in himself, not putting himself to keep himself busy. So you move to 160. And it seems like to me, like, hey, that's a fight I would like to see at 160 that we didn't get a chance to see at 154, which is the Jamal Charlo versus Andrade. We know that that is a potential chance to fight. But to me, do you think Charlo is chasing after Jamal to get at him?
Not if he's trying to go for Murata, though. If you're trying to fight Murata for that WBA, nah, I don't think so.
I think he's going for leverage. I think he's chasing leverage with Murata, so he can have something to bring to the table against Jamal or whoever.
Okay.
You said Andrade is chasing Jamal?
He asked the question.
Yeah, I don't mean that in the sense of chasing. He wants to, I guess he want, in other words, more of a, how can I say it? Pride. Like, I want to take this motherfucker's on. I want to whoop his ass. I want to give him the over. I'm going to do it in a different, I'm going to go back a different route.
I don't think Jamal is on Andrade's mind. I think Golovkin is on Andrade's mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he just said it plenty of times, man. Back 2 years ago, he said it.
Golovkin or Canelo?
Canelo. Absolutely. That's who he's looking for. Jamal is, he'll let Jamal live. If he's got to fight him, he'll fight him. But he's really trying to get Canelo or Golovkin.
Okay.
You're trying to make a point for real with those guys at the end of the day because they was considered the top at the 160. So what better way to go to the Golovkin?
Yeah. All right, I see you. I see you. You think it's gonna be a chase though? Which one gonna get it though? Who's gonna get to Golovkin first? Jamal or
if it comes down to that, Jamal will get him. Jamal will get to him because
I don't think Golovkin
already mandatory.
Yeah, I
think Golovkin rather face Andrade, even though Andrade a better boxer than Jamal.
I don't think Golovkin's fighting either one.
I'm with 2K. I don't think Golovkin or Canelo. Canelo
definitely not Canelo.
Yeah, we know Canelo ain't gonna take it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't think they're gonna fight either one of them.
I think Golovkin retires after the Canelo fight or another fight at the end of 2018. He's gonna retire.
Mm-hmm.
He's about done.
Yeah,
and he's already. I can see the signs. The nigga's done.
His last 3
you know, we all know. You know, his fucking hardcore fans are like, oh my God, he's just trying to unify the division. Why do y'all keep hating? No, nigga, we said this shit from the beginning. He didn't give a fuck about unification. He didn't give a fuck about undisputed. All he wanted was what he says. Nah, Max, big drama show. That's what the fuck he wanted. And the motherfucker just got big drama show, right? And he has another opportunity to get another big drama show. So he's going to cash in, right? The next fight, he'll most likely lose the next fight, right? Against Canelo, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He loses that fight. He might fight again if there's a big fight out there for him. If there isn't, he's going to retire. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas, man. He ain't fighting no Jamal Charlo or no.
I think it'll be Canelo and then maybe Jacobs again. Maybe.
No. You know what? But see, 2K got a point. Because think about this. They passed up Billy Ho. They could have fought Billy Ho Saunders, grabbed that belt, and came to the table unified. No, they passed that up because of that money. And I'm with 2K. They gonna do it again. I mean, if you look at the moves he been making, he fought Kell Brooks because they was giving him $5 million. Okay, because
Vegeta passed up so many big fights that we just don't know about. It ain't funny, man. Let's be real about it.
Well, you know, he took step aside against Cotto. We know that.
Yep.
So, but no, I'm with 2K on this one, man. If you look at his last 3 performances, man, his last 2 performances, he's been getting hit more in his last 2 fights than his whole career.
Yep.
But let his fans say it. It's just because he's trying to, get people to fight him. So that's the reason, man. He ain't
hilarious, man.
Yeah, well, his fans also say that he'll knock out Marvin Hagler. So.
Oh, well, they definitely smoking some crack or something.
All right, so we're going to take it on to our next topic. We just had this announcement earlier in the day. Julian Williams will be taking on Ishe Smith.
Come on, Ishe! Come on, Sugar Shay!
Sugar Shay!
Sugar Shay gonna be laid out on that fucking ring.
Wait a minute, who fighting who?
Julian Ishe
J-Rock versus E. Smith.
Ishe the Contender Smith versus Julian J-Rock Williams.
Team Ishe.
They must be thinning out the herd over there at PBC.
Team Ishe, nigga. Fuck y'all.
Nah, Floyd just tired of
TMT.
Floyd just tired of dealing with Ishe ass, man. Floyd tired of dealing with Ishe ass.
He gonna do that.
Get your bald-headed ass on out here, nigga. I'm tired of paying for your bills and shit. Get on, man.
No, that's not what it is. Nigga. That's not what it is, man. Ishe can't find the spot because see, you got Mickey Bay massaging the toes. You got Jillian Love massaging the booty. Ishe ain't got no spot. Ain't no spot for Ishe.
Wow.
Ain't no spot for Ishe. Everything is
he not even he can't even let him shine his head for a nickel or nothing, man.
What about the hands? What about the hands, bro? What about the hands?
No, man. No, dog. You got
that's Miss Jackson there.
Yeah, man. You got too many motherfuckers up there delivering messages, firing people for Floyd, man. Ishe ain't no spot.
This is what
that nigga pulled from my hat cut. Go ahead, 2K.
This is what I got for y'all hating ass niggas, bro. Y'all ready for this shit? Inez Martirosyan, Erislandy Lara, Carlos Molina, Cornelius Bundridge, nigga, Fernando Guerrero, Daniel Jacobs, you know what I'm saying? Joel Julio, and the nigga ain't never been knocked out.
Hey, and Don what? Hey, and Don what neither, cuz.
He ain't been knocked out, but he didn't win none of them fights you talking about either.
Oh, you know the hell. Hey, he gonna be on the new season of Contender because they bringing this shit back, cuz. So hey, that nigga taking a vicious L, cuz.
I feel bad for him, man. You know, Ishe, you know, there at one point in time,
he was good.
I was like, man, Ishe is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And this was during the Contender series. And then I saw him lose to Sergio Mora, and I was like, damn, that nigga kind of whack. And then after that, he lost to Sakil Powell. I was really done with him after that. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand Sakil Powell, though. I couldn't stand that dude. So when he lost to him, I was like, yeah, he ain't going to be none but a contender. That's why the nigga was on the show. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for dude, man, because he fights. One thing about Ishe, the nigga will fight anybody. And he had the skill. He just don't have a ring IQ. That's really what he's missing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is a skillful fighter.
Because, you know, a lot of people try to say, well, the nigga ain't got no power. Boxing, and we've said this before, boxing's not always about power. Right? You know, Tim Bradley didn't have power, but he was beating everybody he fucking fought. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that he didn't have the IQ. Tim Bradley did. IQ. He could box niggas from the outside and beat them 12 rounds to 0. Ishe can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because he deviates from a working game plan constantly, bro, and it pisses me off.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I got to disagree, 2K. Tim Bradley had the IQ. Tim Bradley had the IQ at 140. At 140.
Oh, nigga, ain't nobody talking about this company man, Tim Bradley, nigga. That Bradley don't count. That Tim Bradley don't fucking count. Matter of fact, nigga, that Tim Bradley has been phased out to everybody's memory. Nobody give a fuck about this new Tim Bradley.
The only thing we remember about him was beating Pacquiao in the first fight. That's it.
No. The only thing I remember about the nigga is, ooh, wait.
Nigga was smiling and shit like he wanted to kiss Pacquiao at the weigh-ins and shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm telling you, bro. But I feel bad for Ishe, man. You know, it's you know, I hope he, because I think Ishe is really a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's really trying his hardest to be somebody in boxing. And it's funny because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's mentioned that he knows he's not the best, but he has the heart to be the best, and he's willing to fight anybody. With that type of mentality, that's all I ask for from these fighters. Have a fighter's mentality if you're going to be a part of the fucking sport. Yeah, and that's what he has. So I'm always going to root for those guys. Now, in reality, Julian going to beat the shit out of this nigga. He ain't going to knock him out. I don't think he knocks him out, but he going to beat the hell out of him.
But J-Rock lose this fight, man.
J-Rock done.
He better retire ASAP. Better go work at the Philly cheese. Hey, better go work at the Philly cheese sandwich making shop in Philly.
No, don't do that, man. J-Rock not gonna lose this fight, man.
Hey, yo, but for real though, do y'all think this hypothetical Ishe Smith should be the fighter that Lubin and J-Rock should have tested before going against the champions?
I agree.
Agree.
Okay.
Especially Lubin ass. Wax on, wax off. That nigga looked like he was trying to swim away from a shark when he got knocked out.
Oh,
somebody, y'all see that meme saying he was trying to reach out to God?
No, I don't think.
God said, "Not today, player."
I don't think Ishe would have helped him. I mean, he could have fought Ishe. I don't think Ishe still wouldn't have prepared him for Charlo, because 2K just said he don't have the ring IQ. So Ishe wouldn't have had the ring IQ to do what Charlo did.
Yeah, but Ishe is.
Well, at least he got knocked out.
Ishe is more skilled than all of the fighters that he's fought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some things that Ishe would have done even without the IQ. You know, I agree with you, Bo. I'm just saying, even without the IQ, he still would have been able to bring a different dynamic to the ring that Lubin hadn't seen before. You know what I'm saying?
Just because he's tough, though. Just because he's tough, he would have. Yeah, it would have been a dog fight, though. Lubin would have had to dig deep for that fight, man. Because, like, jokes aside, Ishe a tough dude, man.
Yeah,
he's a tough fighter for real.
Yeah,
he would have gave him some good veteran rounds.
Definitely.
All right. So we're gonna go on into our next topic, which was something that Eddie Hearn put out there in the previous week. He says Deontay Wilder must face Dillian Whyte to get the Anthony Joshua.
Hey, can I do this real quick, B? Can I do it?
Yeah.
Y'all already know what's coming. Get the fuck out of here! Are you kidding me? Who the fuck is Eddie Hearn? Who the fuck does he promote? When the fuck did he become Deontay Wilder's promoter? Somebody get this bitch out of here, please.
Next topic.
I co-sign everything he said.
Next topic.
I mean, this is crazy what's going on, man. Ultimately, I mean, it seems like he's trying to hoodwink Deontay into a multi-fight deal. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately over there in the UK. It's crazy.
Well, listen, Eddie Hearn must have promised Dillian Whyte a big fight, and he trying to deliver. But to sit there and say, and I want all the motherfuckers who agree with this shit, if you agree with Eddie Hearn saying that you got the champion got to fight a fucking contender, right? In order to face the other champion, if you agreeing with that, I want all you motherfuckers to sit there and tell me that guess what? Spence got to fight Porter before he fight Thurman. Hey, guess what? Gennady Golovkin got to fight Jacob again before he get motherfucking Canelo. I want all you motherfuckers to do that for all them fighters. If you ain't gonna do that for all them fighters, suck a sick dick and leave me alone.
A sick one, damn.
Shit. That silenced everybody.
Yeah, it gotta be a sick one. God damn.
He didn't say a stanky one. He didn't say stanky. He just said a sick. I'm like, all right, bro. I ain't get a nigga with a bad hygiene. He just said, fuck it, cuz.
A herpes dick.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. What you talking about? Like, hey. All right, man.
I agree with Bodo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the same rules got to apply across the board, man. You can't just, and it's funny because Deontay Wilder, you know, although he has defended his title against a bunch of C-level niggas, he's still the longest reigning champion with the most prestigious title around his waist. You know what I'm saying?
C-minus, nigga.
I did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. C-minus. I do respect Anthony Joshua for beating Vladimir Klitschko 100%, even though Klitschko was coming off a loss to Tyson Fury. But he was still considered one of the top 5 heavyweights in the division when he fought him, and he beat him. He actually had to get up off the canvas to beat him. It was a tough fight for him. He got the win. He became a unified champion. But still, man, you can't just say, all right, you know, we're going to talk about a guy who's across the pond, who has a well-respected promoter, and has probably the best manager in the business, we're gonna dictate what that nigga does. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Make it so bad.
It sound like they ducking, bro. It sound like they ducking straight
But wait,
up.
though, this will make it so bad.
They are.
Dylan Whyte is about to fight that dude Helenius, right?
Yep.
Now, who knocked out Helenius?
Eric Molina. It was either Eric Molina or Johan Duhaupas. One of them.
Duhaupas. This was after Deontay fucked him up. So how serious are you, dog? Like, that's what I'm saying. How fucking serious are you? You go right with Dillian Whyte. You tried to fight Michael Grant with right. You tried to. I mean, you were life or death for Derek Chisora. You tried to bring Michael Grant dead ass back up. Now you're going after Robert Helenius, who was knocked out by Duhaupas.
Well, you know what's funny too? Yeah, he is. You know what's funny though? These British motherfuckers out here trying to talk up Robert Helenius like he's some big, bad, beastly motherfucker. Man. Like, do y'all niggas not remember 3 fights ago what just happened to this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
And just say another name, David Price. Like, nigga, come on. Like, these niggas just all, man, look, man, that fight should have been made, man. It should be made for next year. Joshua don't want to fight, man.
I don't think it's Joshua. I think it's Eddie Hearn protecting his cash cow. Think about it. It was an article that
Go ahead.
It's cool.
No, I'm gonna let you know what 2K.
The nigga born in Sweden, nigga. We supposed to take this motherfucker seriously? This nigga Swedish motherfucker? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Niggas can't fight no goddamn Sweden, nigga. That's why he got knocked out by French motherfucker. Go ahead, dog.
You man. You gonna have motherfuckers put
these motherfuckers. Fuck these guys.
Fuck those niggas.
Yeah, hell yeah. I can't stand that pukey motherfucker.
I hope he fucking choke on an egg tonight when he drinks that fucker.
I'm gonna report his channel. Get out of here, man.
Damn.
Go ahead, Bernard.
Big Cool was saying that Joshua is ducking. I was thinking about Eddie Hearn just pulling some Oscar De La Hoya shit by protecting his cash cow. Because if there was that article that I forgot, did Seven Wolves write that article? Somebody wrote an article explaining how
that was Terry. That was Terry. That was Terry from Seven Wolves.
Yeah, he threw Kell Brooks to the Wolves by throwing him to Golovkin. Get all the money because he thought Kell Brooks was going to be his cash cow. But now that he sees that Anthony Joshua is going to be his cash cow, he basically, let's be honest, could keep Anthony Joshua in the UK. Don't get me wrong, Deontay Wilder is a big fight for them to make, and it will probably make a lot of money. But I'm pretty sure if they get the opportunity, they're going to take the Joseph Parker route first before they take Deontay Wilder.
Agreed.
Of course, but that shit, man. Look, I wouldn't mind that fight because he a champion. So we trying to get a unified, one undisputed champion. But shit, man, I don't be throwing out no Dillian Whyte. Nobody want to see that tired ass nigga fight. That nigga gonna be gas walking to the ring.
That nigga gonna be skating. That's what he do.
In death with Derek Chisora. I mean that's.
Hey, that's somebody who needs to hit legs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that nigga
got some chicken legs.
That nigga I'll tell you, that nigga be on a skateboard in the ring now. What the fuck wrong with that nigga?
You saw when he got rocked by Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. Look, no.
He started doing that rooster walk.
Fuck that, Bernard. When that nigga rocked Anthony Joshua, the nigga was too off balance because he was on skates that he couldn't finish him.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Skate your ass over there on the inside, nigga, and finish him.
Oh shit!
And he only beat Derek Chisora because he was younger than him. That's it.
True. I agree with that.
He glassed me.
All right, so we talked about this one last week as far as the WBL ordering this fight, but they actually came to a deal this past week. They'll be fighting on HBO on December 16th in Montreal for Billy Joe Saunders' WBO middleweight title against David Lemieux. Fellas, man, what you guys think about this fight early on as far as any early favorites?
Doomsday.
Hold on, 2K, before you go in. I don't even want to talk about this fight the day before once both guys weighed in because it's a phantom injury waiting to happen to Billy Ho, so I ain't too excited yet.
Terry Flanagan.
Shit. Holler at me December 15th when the weigh-in over.
You know what? I'm going to let 2K go in. All I'm going to say is this. David Lemieux is showing more spunk with his words than Willie Munho did.
Well, damn. As Pastor 2K is walking up to the pulpit.
Well.
Let
us all join hands, my brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We gonna say a little prayer. Everybody out there. Lord, please,
yes, Father.
Please give Mr. David, whatever his name is, David Lemieux. Give Mr. Lemieux the strength, the God-given strength.
Yes, sir.
To go in over in the UK and knock this hoe ass motherfucker out. I can't stand some Billy Ho. Please. Knock this hoe ass peanut butter and jelly hot dog sausage biscuit eating ass motherfucker out. And bring that
Steven style
back home. Hell yeah. Right through the ropes. Unconscious, nigga.
Into the grave, and let us close the casket and throw the dead on that bitch.
Look, the movement boxing will have a motherfucking landmark already ready, grave, hole dug, ready for this nigga to roll right in. That's all you gotta do is put him there, David. That's all you gotta do. And if you knock Billy Ho out, I won't call you David Lemieux ever again. You feel me?
And if his son try to hit you in the nuts, knock his little ass out too.
Facts.
Put him in there with him. Nigga. Put that little motherfucker in there with him. I'm just
saying. 2K to correct you though, the fight taking place in Canada, so you know.
I'm kind of shocked about that. How did they negotiate that?
They gave that nigga extra peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and shit.
Yeah.
Unlimited supply.
That injury looking real good right about now.
Yeah, that was a stipulation. Like, all right, nigga, we'll give you a year's supply of peanut butter and jelly. Billy Ho was like, y'all give me strawberry preserve, right? All right, nigga, we'll add the strawberry preserve.
Might have to do something with HBO though.
Man. I hope David Lemieux beats this motherfucker's ass. A lot of people are saying that Billy Ho is too much of a good boxer. He's too fast for him. But this is the thing, though. I've never seen Billy Ho. I've never seen anybody apply high pressure to Billy Ho like David Lemieux does his fighters. Of course, David Lemieux can be outboxed. He was outboxed by Jakeem Asin, and he was outboxed by Marco Antonio Rubio. But and he was also outboxed by Golovkin as well. But I just don't think Billy Ho has the power to keep this nigga off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Or the stamina.
Or the stamina, exactly. He gets tired, and he's flat-footed. He's not – I don't know what these UK guys be watching sometimes. They try to say that he has quick footwork. No, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, quick in terms of who? Who are you comparing him to? You know what I'm saying? If we were to bring Billy Ho over here and assess his footwork compared to, you know, fighters that are some of the quickest boxers in the sport, Billy Ho wouldn't be able to contend. You know what I'm saying? And so with that said, you can't say he has quick footwork. He may have moderate footwork. And even with that, David Lemieux, his pressure is good enough to get around that. So I don't see – I see Billy Ho can win this fight. But if David Lemieux goes in there ready to walk through shit just to land his own shots, he can catch Billy Ho up against the ropes, man. Easy.
Yeah, he is.
So, if Billy win this fight, man, I swear I'm done. I'm done.
David Lemieux already hospital. So I mean, he
hey, we going to camp. We jumping David Lemieux if he don't win this fight because he got one job, and that's just to knock out this motherfucker. He already had the fight in Canada.
Well, now hold on. Now we got to also take in mind this haircut. You can't have that same haircut he had when he fought Golovkin.
Hell no, he need to go. He need to go bald head, ready for action.
Man,
no slick shit.
Mohawk.
Yeah, man, he got to trim that shit down, man.
And wear some regular size shorts too, not them damn Daisy Dukes shorts and shit. Wear them fucking grown man shorts and shit.
Shout out to David Lemieux's girlfriend. She is cute. She's a
real. But look her up right now.
Yeah, for real. I need to see a picture of that one. Somebody send a picture. I want to see her.
Yeah, I get it.
Sure, I think I got it in my saved on my Facebook.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We gotta talk about. Yeah, man. We gotta talk about somebody, girl, man. Fucking Bondu Jack then deprived us of looking at James DeGale's sister, motherfucker.
Yeah. I was about to... Yeah, come back. Your ass back in a hurry just so we can see her.
Yeah, man. Get your gummy shit. How long does it take to get them teeth fixed, man? Shit. Hey, man. Fuck,
I know he got.
He said he want to fight the winner of Groves and fucking DeGale or whatever fucking name is. Groves and Eubank.
You know damn well that ain't gonna happen because the tournament won't be over.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
The tournament not gonna be over, and you know Groves has already said, man, he don't want to give James DeGale that kind of payday.
Well, shit, he ain't got to worry about it because Eubank gonna knock his fucking ass out. So he ain't got to worry about giving nobody a payday.
Who gonna knock who out?
I think Eubank gonna knock out Groves.
No, he ain't gonna knock out Groves.
I think he's gonna knock him out. Groves,
man, get the fuck out of here. Next.
All right, so we're gonna do a preview of this week's title fights coming up, man. We got the late substitute Carlos Takam taking on Anthony Joshua this weekend over in Cardiff, Wales, filling in for Kubrat Puloff.
Kubrat the pussy Puloff.
Yes, best way you could sum that up right there. Man, what can we say? I'll let 2K assess this one. Go ahead, brother.
Man, good fight. I think I was telling Kaz, man, that Carlos Takam is a better fight for Anthony Joshua than Kubrat Pulev. You know what I'm saying?
Very.
Carlos Takam is a guy that comes to fight. You know what I'm saying? The nigga from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Them African niggas, they don't give a fuck. But the nigga lived in France his whole life and shit. But them French niggas ain't make him soft. He's still the same African Shaka Zulu ass nigga he was born to be. And that's how he is in the ring. So when he fought Joseph Parker, I had him beating Joseph Parker. Now I know a lot of New Zealand niggas came, God damn it, you don't know anything about boxing. Joseph Parker's the next guy. Then he goes in there and fights his name, Andy Ruiz, and look like shit. Then them niggas got quiet. So then I was vindicated in my fucking assessment after that fight. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but he did a good job against Joseph Parker. It's Alexander Povetkin before Povetkin, landed his signature right hook and knocked him out. And again, that's the Povetkin before he was caught twice in 1 year. Popping hot. So we can conclude based on those findings, right, that in 2014 he was doping. And of course that fight was also in Russia. So there's a possibility he was cheated out of that loss. He lost early in his career to some nigga named Gregory Tony. He got a fucked up name. You would think the nigga's name would be Tony Gregory, but it's the other way around. Gregory Tony and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
it's like a librarian.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word up, yeah. He lost to that nigga. He was 10-0 though. He was 10-0 and he beat Carlos Takam. So it is what it is, man. This is a game opponent who's lost 2 questionable fights out of his 3 losses. High pressure, though. That's one thing I will say. I've seen him use the jab to get on the inside, but once he's on the inside, man, he's going to war. I think that will possibly give Anthony Joshua problems if Takam doesn't come into this fight to lay down like Eric Molina did. And while I'm on that subject, I told niggas that's what Kubrat Puloff was going to do. This nigga was coming to fight Anthony Joshua to lay down and say what Bo said, where's my check? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what the fuck he was going to do. And to be honest with you, the type of injury he had, a pectoral tear, like, we shouldn't see Pulev come back for like 2 years because that has the slowest healing process, that particular muscle, ever to heal. You know what I'm saying? So if he's indeed injured, we shouldn't see Kubrat Pulev fight until 2019. Real talk. This nigga come back sometime early 2018. He wasn't really injured.
If that nigga Taka win, nigga be like, well, I'm healed now.
Yeah,
exactly. Not only is that a particular thing that take a long time to heal, that's a particular heart muscle to tear unless you heavy lifting or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you are you boxing? I mean, what are you doing when you tear that motherfucking muscle? Boxing.
The nigga was what? Shadow boxing with 100 pounds on this fucking.
Yeah.
What the
hell was you doing?
He's like, fuck that. I'm gonna tear this muscle. Fuck this fight.
Training for it now.
I'm telling you, he was. I don't know, man. I just hope Carlos Takam comes to fight. He's the same guy he was against Joseph Parker. Because if that's the case, then he does have a good opportunity of one. This could end up being a very good fight. So we'll see what happens.
All right. You gonna wait to give your prediction on your show, 2K?
Oh, I can do that. Right now, you know, it'll probably change later, but I'm gonna go with Anthony Joshua. I need to go back and review some film on Carlos Takam, and you know, gather data and compare that to instances of Anthony Joshua before I give a real prediction. But for right now, I'm gonna go with the favorite, just because it's you know, usually when a guy in and it's like 2 weeks fucking notice. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility he's gonna lose if he was training, you know, for like the last 8 weeks for another fight or something like that. And the fighter he was supposed to fight was similar to Anthony Joshua, or similar to the fighter he's gonna be fighting now. But I don't think that was the case with Takam. So that's gonna be a big disadvantage for him in going into this fight.
Okay, I hear you. All right, passing it on to Bo. Your predictions and your thoughts on this one going into it on Saturday. Who you got?
Well, Carlos Takam, I'll be honest with you, man. It's a better fight for me than Pulev, only because, like 2K said, Takam's going to come to fight. Pulev had already admitted that he was kind of scared of trying to fight him. All right, if Takam gets on the inside, the height might be a little bit of an issue for him because he's only 6'1.5". Joshua is like 6'4". But like I'm with 2K. I mean, he has a decent arm reach at 80.5 inches. So if he gets on the inside, he can go to work. Joshua's not an inside fighter. Joshua actually don't even really know how to hold good, because we saw that when Vladimir had him hurt. He doesn't really know how to hold. If he comes in too heavy, he could be slow to be able to move his feet and move around. So if the calm gets on him, so he got the ability to make it a hard fight. But like 2K said, like, after he lost to Joseph Parker, he fought a guy by the name of Rakowski and then another guy by the name of Bakurin, and neither one of those dudes was much of anything. One was 17-4 and one was 27-11. So neither one of them dudes was much of anything. He knocked both of them guys out. So, like, and that was just earlier in June. So if he's been in the gym and he's been training, he has a decent chance. But yeah, right now, I like the fight a lot better than Kubrat Pulev. And I know there was a lot of people that was talking about Kubrat Pulev. You know, he's not a light touch and all that. Listen, man, when a guy admits that he's scared to fight you, that's a light touch. So I'm glad it's Carlos Takam, but I'm with 2K, man. I see Anthony Joshua winning this fight. He might. I don't know if it all depends on how Takam, because if Takam is training, you know, you're not gonna knock him out. He probably beat him by decision. But if he hasn't been training and he's training, like you said, taking this fight on short notice and training for that, he could possibly get knocked out anywhere between the 5th and the 7th, because he might, like, I just hope he don't come to get a check though.
Yes. I wonder what happened to that. Did Pulev receive money and all that stuff already? I guess not, but whatever, man. I guess we'll go on to the next fight. On that undercard, I believe we'll have Kal Yafai actually defending his title against Sho Ishida, the WBA Jr.Bantamweight title against Sho Ishida. I like the fight, man. That's a pretty good one on paper. 2K, let me get your thoughts on this one.
Man, I gotta look at Sho, man.
Man, I didn't. I forgot. My bad. I skipped B and Big Cool. Man. As far as Anthony Joshua and Carlos Takam, what are your thoughts on your predictions on that one?
Joshua should win, but Takam, like 2K and both said, he a tough, strong, rugged fighter. And if Joshua gasses and Takam can get on the inside, I think that he very well has a very good chance of stopping Joshua, because Joshua's chin is suspect. His stamina is suspect. He doesn't have an inside game, and I think Takam is the type of guy that's going to be unrelentless. He's going to punch until either he punch himself out or he knock out the fighter. And, I think he has a good chance if he can get on the inside and rough up Joshua, and the referee actually let them fight on the inside and isn't quick to, break them apart. But if Joshua can get in the rhythm, use that jab, use that reach and that height advantage, and his skills, I think he'll win a unanimous decision. So I'm gonna go with him with a UD.
Okay, that would be interesting because Joshua's won all those fights by knockouts, right?
Yeah, he won all of them by knockout.
Okay.
Yep, 18-18.
Bernard.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna pick Takam. I'm not. After listening to what everybody has said, I'm gonna pick Takam. Like, here's my reasoning. I don't know if any one of y'all caught that. There's an article where Anthony Joshua said he does fear that he has a possible chance of losing. Well, here's the thing, right? I don't consider this fight a cherry pick, but if Takam has that opportunity to fight a world champion, a unified world champion at that, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come in this fight determined to get those belts: the IBF, the WBA, and the IBO. So
fuck IBO.
What?
Nigga had to add the IBO.
Hold on. I didn't even say shut
He
up.
said it's smooth.
IBO.
He said an IBO.
I
Like
didn't
it was
say
some cool
shut up to
shit.
IBO, man. You know what I'm saying? Relax. But I see Takam, possibly going for the upset. You know what? This is kind of one of those things where, since Eddie Hearn is unified blocking from that potential fight with Wilder and doing all this bullshit, this is one of the fights you kind of like, yo, I hope something happens that fucks everything up. I mean, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I'm kind of hoping for the underdog in this fight. I want to go with Takam on that one.
I want my African brother to win too, but I mean, shit, I still want to see Joshua versus Wilder. But I mean,
I do too. I mean, even if Wilder has one, Joshua does end up with one loss. It could be a rematch. He gets the belt back or whatever it does. Yeah, but at this point in time, I think Eddie Hearn needs to be taking a few notches down.
I agree with that. The heavyweight division, you've had plenty of Oliver McCall and Oliver McCall and Layman Brewster type moments.
All it takes is one punch.
Yeah, I mean it's the heavyweight division, man. It was shocking. Seeing Rockman.
Yep. Actually, Lennox Lewis. Yep.
So I mean, we've seen Klitschko put him down. Joshua can't be hurt. You've seen Dillian Whyte hurt him. Takam definitely. I would give him a better say. He has would be better in that situation than Dillian Whyte. So it's definitely nothing going with the wild card there, Bernard. Like everybody said, including 2K, starting off saying that it depends if he's been in the gym. They going to full 12, and this is 2 weeks, 3 weeks notice. So I mean, if he was in the gym training this whole time, I give him a better chance. But if it's just he's coming in as a fill-in and hasn't been able to train, or he hasn't been training properly. If he hasn't had at least a solid 6-7 week camp already, that he's putting in for something. I mean, there's no limit his chances in the ring, but as everybody,
not the last thing. Eddie Hearn did say that they had this agreement, so maybe he was already, like you said, he was already training just because he knew Pulev would pull some fuckery and shit. So maybe because Eddie Hearn did say they had that agreement beforehand because they had a feeling that Pulev would pull out the fight. So
Oh, okay. Well, then that puts another fucking wrinkle in the situation then, because, if that's the case, then fucking Carlos Takam is ready. It don't matter that it's you know, on 2 weeks' notice. He's fucking ready.
Hold on, don't that sound kind of weird though? I mean, to y'all.
Well, somebody supposedly I heard he was on the undercard already, like kind of like a fucking Stavern situation with Wilder. Like he was already on the undercard of the fight or something. Supposedly, that's what you know, one of my guys in the UK said. So I mean, he was like a contingency plan. You know, I'm not sure how valid that is, but that's what I was.
Let me pull up the article, man. Let me pull up the article.
No, but
and I'm gonna share it to you.
Let me ask this though: if that does sound like that, but I hope he's not coming in there to get a check though. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, there's already an agreement.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, it was an agreement. No, it was just an agreement. Like he was just saying, prepare yourself for the fight. Just because they don't think that Pulev was going, you know, he was already suspect with the comments, and then he got hurt, so he was just like, look, I think he gonna pull out or some shit. So just be training, you know what I'm saying, ready to get that call. And
now my question is, with Pulev pulling out hurt, does he lose his spot?
Yeah, I think so. I think he did lose his spot.
Yeah. And Takam was what, the number 3 rated?
Yeah, because because they technically don't have a number 1.
Yeah, yeah. So
interesting.
So we'll definitely be looking forward to this fight, man. I think Takam might need to try and rough him up on the inside to make you know, Joshua tire out that way. And take advantage of it later on if he wants to win this fight. Really just make it a physical fight. I think that's his best chance at winning. I kind of think Anthony Joshua is a bulldoze you or nothing kind of fighter. I mean, I don't see him necessarily outboxing everybody. So, I mean, it's either knock you out or nothing with me, you know, with Anthony Joshua. That's all I really see from him. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. I don't necessarily see like a skill set, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's improving.
He's pretty much saying, fuck you, Anthony Joshua. We Wilder supporters over here.
That nigga Twine been on Anthony Joshua ass, man, for a long time. Man, no, that nigga Anthony Joshua fuck around and beat Lennox Lewis, nigga, the old Lennox Lewis. That nigga still say Anthony Joshua.
He like, nah, nigga, something.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, he reminds me of he's like I don't want to say a Frank Bruno, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
I've heard that.
Yeah, he seemed like a Frank Bruno kind of champion to me, you know what I'm saying? So
Lugazi,
yeah, I mean, it's just the era of heavyweights we in.
Damn. He gonna show up to your door ready to throw hands with you.
Yeah, Twine get his ass knocked out. That'd be some funny shit right there.
Yeah. And don't call me either, nigga. I ain't helping your ass. You talk all that shit about Huntsville niggas. You on your own in this one.
I wouldn't call you, nigga. You be over there eating the hog maw sloppy Joe, nigga.
Shit, I be telling that nigga, hit him with another left hook. I be like, yeah, nigga.
Why you smacking? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm like, that's how you do Montgomery niggas.
Damn.
Hey man, Twine ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't no Anthony Joshua ain't gonna go to no motherfucking Denver, Colorado to try to find Twine.
He might.
Wait a minute. When he hear where Twine live, he be like, niggas live in Denver?
Hey, no, bro. That nigga might go there. You know Anthony Joshua like white hoes.
Yo.
Yeah, ask Amir Khan.
Them snow bunnies.
No, Amir Khan has to play with himself and watch white hoes.
Oh man.
You know that motherfucker still trying to get Floyd Mayweather to fight him, right?
Well, shit, he need to fight Cam Brook.
Yeah,
he's close.
Oh yeah, hey, here it is. Hey, here go the quote from Eddie Hearn. He was like, he had spoken with Takam and asked him to go in camp 8 weeks before this fight. If it didn't happen, we would offer him a fight in Monte Carlo early in November. Thankfully, we had him as a replacement. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, then since he already knew,
8 weeks.
then this might not be that big of a deal that it's on 2 weeks' notice. Because hopefully they had him training for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what he told me. I guess he just told him to go in camp 8 weeks before the fight. Before
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Dude.
Hell yeah. Got to fight.
That puts a different wrinkle in it now.
Absolutely, we got to fight.
All right, so we're gonna go into another fight. I think that's on the undercard of this one, I believe. Kal Yafai versus Sho Ishida, defending his WBA Jr.Bantamweight title at 2K. Assessment on this one, man.
Yeah, see, I haven't seen Sho, and now this is a testament to smaller fighters. Y'all know this, but Sho, man, he's pretty much fought nothing but bums. In Japan, I mean, literally the biggest name that we would all know, Inoue fought him, is fucking Karun Jarupian-Lurd. You know what I'm saying? On his resume. So, you know, the dude is 24-0 with 13 knockouts, but he ain't fought nobody, dog. Kal Yafai is by far the biggest name motherfucker and the biggest threat of his career. And Kal Yafai is a beast. After what that nigga did to Luis Concepcion to become the champion, I don't think Sho got anything for him based on the experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go look at some tape that Karun Jarupian-Lurd fight because he won by KO. That kind of means something to me because Inoue didn't knock him out until later in the fight. I think Sho knocked him out earlier than Inoue did. So that means that's kind of a big deal to me. But at the same time, I gotta watch some tape to see that's comparable to what Kal Yafai is getting ready to bring to the ring. So I can't give a prediction on this yet, man, till I see some tape.
All right, swinging it along. The rest of the panel, Bo, you got a prediction on this one?
No, man. I ain't got no prediction on this one.
Bernard.
I'm gonna go with Yafai, whatever his fucking name is.
Yafai.
The guy with the name that start with a Y.
Bernard.
Yeah.
You can't disrespect that nigga. You know what the UK said about him?
What they said?
The UK said that Kal Yafai is the best pure boxer at 115 pounds. Better than Inoue, better than Juan Francisco Estrada.
Wow.
Courtesy your boy, the original company man, Mr. Johnny Nelson.
Wow.
All right, so this is my my assessment on the fight, man. I think Kal Yafai is one of those guys that fights to the level of his opponent. I mean, he must have been really up for the fight against Luis Concepcion, you know. The way he fought him, you know, like he must have really been amped for the fight because, you know, he followed it up. His last fight, I mean, I don't think he looked as necessarily good. You know, he won the fight, of course, but it was like a kind of fight, you know, in his first defense. So I'm hoping it's not one of those things where he's a fighter that fights to the level of his opponent. You know what I'm saying? Which you know, Rigo's been accused of in the past as well. You know, so you're fighting down to his opponents, or you know. So I'm hoping that's not something we see. So, as 2K said, you know, it's not a lot known about Ishida other than his record against a bunch of guys in Asia. So I mean, I'll get the fight to Yafai based on, you know, he has a real sound skill set, you know, in his reach. You know what I'm saying, for his for that division. So I'll give it to him based on that. I guess B, you got anything for the Fuckery Boxing of the Week award?
Fuck midgets.
That's for you, Twan. That's for you, Twan.
Fuck midgets. You don't know where the fuck they been, man. That's all I got to say. Fuck midgets. Well, I do got one thing to say too about midgets. Why isn't there not like a midget boxing league? I think that's some fuck shit, dog. We need to have a midget boxing league, dog. I'm dead serious. I would no, shut up. Listen to me. Yo, hear me out. I'm telling you, man. I think I would like to see some midgets get down, dog, and knock each other out. You know what I'm saying? You know, we have weight divisions and shit for the motherfuckers, belts and shit. There's only one section about it. You know what I'm saying?
What 50-pound weight division?
Hey, you know how they had BKB, you know, knockout boxing, big knockout boxing, whatever. We do a midget version of that, man. You know what I'm saying? But having them in the ring, a little small ring and shit.
Yo, hey, nigga, don't you
knockout boxing?
Don't you motherfuckers mention my motherfucking name.
No, that's not why I'm saying your name. I need you to do something for me. And you please.
Smack the fuck out of Bernard.
Exactly. Drive to that nigga's house and slap the shit out of him. Because I'm about 500 miles away from doing this. I do it myself. But I got to go to work in the morning, nigga. I can't make that drive.
My address is 3754 West. Hold on. Let me just go and I'll send it to 2K. Little bro got ball. But no, I ain't got nothing for the fuckery of boxing unless you do.
Shit, fuck midgets.
Fuck midgets.
Oh, man. Twan, I love to do that, huh?
Damn, be cool. Damn. That's
he love midgets, man. That ain't nothing secret. He love midgets, man. He watch all the little midget shows on TV, smoking blunts, eating popcorn.
Get up in him.
See?
Man, you need to get out of Denver, nigga. That shit fucking with your head, bro.
Get up in him.
Your black card about to be revoked, bro.
Man, what you mean about to be revoked? This black card was revoked when he bought that plane ticket to Denver.
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
Denver.
His black card. I want to mute anybody. B doesn't mute anybody unless it's me only. Them motherfuckers are going in on you. No homo. Roasting your motherfucking ass. You ain't hit the mute button.
Talking about nothing.
He about to
talking about nothing, man.
That motherfucker.
Hey, Big Punk over there, man.
That motherfucker was on that plane to Denver, and only black people on that plane was him and the stewardess.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Oh yes. Hey, you can tell, man, by his accent now, man. That shit used to be all black.
Hey, man. Alabama sound like a West Coast nigga.
Yeah, man.
Where the fuck that shit come from?
Trying to sound smooth, bro. In the mirror, like the girls gonna love this voice right here. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm the new age Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Black and ugly. What's up?
Point up there with that motherfucking. Point up there with that motherfucking African bone in his motherfucking nose and his goddamn eye. Some smooth shit here, girl.
Chicken bone. Hey, look. Hey, chicken bone in his ears and shit.
Hey, shit, nigga got his motherfucking belly button pierced and shit, walking around. With D.I. and motherfucking European thong and shit.
Mine is happening again, bro. You gotta say something, man. It's happening again.
Hey, with a too small dashiki on, cuz.
You said, hey, yo, Big Cool, you said it look like an altar top now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. This is bad, man. I'm about to stick up for my nigga, man. This is ridiculous.
I told you, see, Montgomery niggas getting exposed, man. They supposed to be able to joke back. He ain't saying shit. It's just the list. Hey, man, come back home, man.
Well, he got to take that
back home.
He got to take his tongue ring out so he can get funky with it.
Oh shit! Damn, cuz he said you got every piercing that you can get, cuz.
Hey, hold on. Is you alive, B? B, is you alive? Yo,
they call me Big Paul. Big Papa
Pedro. Say something. Yo.
Hey, that's the type. Look, that's the type when you getting roasted, you just can't say nothing. You just gotta be quiet and wait for the bell to ring. You like, shit. Hey, that nigga over there sweating like a motherfucker, cuz. He can't even roll the blunt. He's shaking so bad, he mad. He like, damn, this nigga just.
Yo, he like old dude off how high? When he was saying Drew was coming out of his mouth.
Hey, he over there texting 2K. What should I say, man? What should I say about your real big ass?
Big cool. Get him.
2K like shit. I ain't got enough for you today, cuz you on your own.
Get your fat black Jiminy Cricket looking ass out of here. No.
Damn. Even a casual going in, bro. This is bad, man. That nigga over there talking shit. Damn, man.
I call you big black Jiminy Cricket ass nigga. Damn. Oh shit. Hey, I know it ain't. I know it ain't easy being ugly, man. But shit, somebody got to do it.
I can see that nigga. I can see that nigga Twine right now. He like, you know what, y'all before we get off script. All right, y'all, that's enough. We gonna go into the fucking.
You ain't even know.
You ain't even know today. I don't got
you ain't know
today.
Oh, that shit just funny.
What I want to know is why that motherfucker always got a winter cap on in his house. Oh, I'm like, damn. Hey, nigga, every time we do a video, this motherfucker got a goddamn fucking cap on.
What about your Cuban hat, nigga?
What?
What about your Cuban hat, nigga?
That's a Cuban hat. Yeah. You got a winter skull cap on.
You got a toboggan on.
You got a winter skull cap on and shit. With a motherfucking goddamn turtleneck shirt. What is that? Turtleneck sweater and shit.
Hey, but on his to his defense, he do live in Denver, man. It's cold in Denver, man.
I was gonna say that. He's in the mountains. He is in the mountains.
Nigga, it say Twine on it, so whatever, nigga.
It say Twine. Say Twine on it.
Out of all the shit that's been said, this nigga gonna defend that skull cap. You see that? What kind of nigga is you, man? That's the shit you defend as a skull cap nigga. Out of all the shit
I told you, man. He ain't no brother. Hey, look, Denver changed him, man. If he was still in Alabama, he would have been fine niggas up.
No, man. That midget told him that hat is cute. Don't let them talk about that hat.
Rubbing his belly and shit.
Oh my god, man.
That midget looked up. Don't let them talk about that hat. That hat is cute.
Twan, you want me to say something? You want me to say something, bro?
This nigga 2K really feeling bad. He like, man.
Like
whenever we meet up for a fight,
hit that nigga in the chest like you hit me in the chest, nigga, when niggas were going at me. Shit, do something. Yo.
Hey, 2K like, nigga, when we meet up to a fight, I'm not standing next to your ass, cuz.
Hell nah, that nigga can't roll with me. Fuck that. I be that nigga splash water on that nigga Twine while he on the side, nigga. Fuck that.
Hey, drive it to speed up, cuz, and let the water just hit him or you just drive off.
2K say, fuck this, I'm gonna go get little Timothy.
They like, what up, Timmy? They were like, what up, 2K? Who's your friend? I don't know that black ass nigga. That nigga just my bodyguard.
Barely that.
Damn. All right, man. Let's get back on the show.
No, I guess.
Yeah, I'm super fly.
He used that whole time while we was roasting him to make a roll a blunt. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, man, he was smoking.
Yeah, they fuck these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas.
That nigga said, man, yeah, the bitch is gonna love this voice.
Hey.
Oh, no.
Hey, he probably got a picture of Tupac posting on his wall like, I do this for you, Pac. So you just know, cuz you just know I'm living vicariously through you. Or you living vicariously through me. Tupac like, no, the fuck I ain't, nigga. I got bitches when I was alive.
Oh, man. Oh, we ready, Twine. Let's go. Let's go. You ain't even know. Let's go.
No.
We ready.
Oh, man.
On this day, a few weeks ago, Twine didn't know he was going to get fired up by Big Cool. But it happened.
Hell, man. Two weeks in a row, bro.
No, he's been getting roasted since he came back from his trip from Colombia. Shit, even before that.
Yeah, Twine, hey, 2K was making jokes about you not getting pussy, cuz, you know what I'm saying? So,
no, he was
mine ain't it. He said you did. He said he did. Like, he knew that for sure. Like, he did. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody know that.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro.
He said it all cool, too. Like, it's just the truth. Like, everybody know that nigga gonna get pussy. You know, it ain't no biggie.
Everybody know that nigga be faking, sending us pictures other niggas done took a bitches. We already know.
Damn, 2K. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, 2K. How the hell did you go from wanting to defend the motherfucker?
Hey, 2K speaking like he didn't do some pictures or something. Hey, 2K speaking like, hey, nigga, I told you these pictures don't say shit. Oh, man.
2K was on his side, then that nigga flipped like an egg.
2K went to Twine is on the ground getting stumped out to add his kicks in. Like, yo, let me do my kicks in.
He did the Randy Orton kick to the head, finished him off. So, yeah, nigga.
Oh, man. All right, Twine, we ready, bro. I promise. We're ready.
Maybe.
I'm gonna mute my mic. Yeah,
we ready, Twine.